So here we have the Eight of Cups. Now I've put it on paper just so you can see it very, very clearly, because like I said, they are see-through. So it'll make sense later as we build up the cards. And I've put it over this side because there's going to be a couple more over here and I'm treating them separately. So the Eight of Cups is your lead card. Think about the Eight of Cups in a Rider-Waite, where he's actually walking away from the cups. They're sort of laid out down here and there's all these little rivulets and things, and he's going over, he's got his back to the camera almost, and he's making his way forward. He knows he can leave them behind. This guy, what a difference. So there's the cup he's after up there. Sorry, it keeps going blurring in and out, so trouble with this. He is actually climbing on his past experiences, and if you look, they're all upside down. He no longer needs those cups. He's learnt from them. He's moved on. And it enables him, see the sun here, it enables him to actually move on and grasp that cup that's up here to actually fulfill himself. And think of that word, fulfill. So it's very, very relevant. So that's what this week's all about. It's actually looking at your past, yeah, your failures, but also your positives. What have you learnt? Most importantly, what can you now let go of? Now, bearing in mind, we're not far off the end of the year. Could this be a time that you start thinking, well, what do I do next year? What do I need to let go of? Now, it could be within your business. Perhaps you don't need to do certain things. Yes, it could be relationships, but you've learnt from them. They're not serious relationships. Perhaps they're friendships, neighbours, whoever. It could be to do with your work, all sorts of things. They are things that no longer serve a purpose for your fulfillment. So that's all very well, isn't it? Now, this is where these work so well. That is followed up by, let's get it dead on right, there we go, the Four of Swords. So to enable you to do this, you need to take some time out for yourself. Now, that's really difficult this time of year, isn't it? I mean, oh, crikey, that's what you feel like running up to Christmas almost. So yes, it is a very stressful time of year, which means it is more important than anything to actually take time out for yourself and relax. Now, if you look at this guy here, I love the way they've done this. This is rather like Rider-Waite. There is that sword that he's almost laying on. He's not actually laying on it as in it's stabbing him in the back. These, yes, again, knowledge, ideas, yeah, pointing upwards. Look, one's even pointing up that way. This is the one that he's cultivating. That's that cup. So this is another reason why you need to take time out this week to actually think about the future. Yeah, you've got to get through, Christmas and everything like that. But also, what about you? You are really important. So there's going to be some ideas, but there's one that's going to go, oh yeah, do you know what? That's been in the back of my mind for a long time. Perhaps that's what I need to do. Perhaps that's what I need to let go of to reach this cup that is attainable. And if you do that, now this is actually a major. So this is the Emperor. Now look at how this picture has built up now. So if you stop and take time out for yourself and actually think, well, what do I need to do next to enable me to reach for the stars almost, although it is a sun. Of course, suns are stars, stars are suns. Here we have this solid physical background there, the background to your life. This is your dreams almost. Look at these swords pointing upwards. Sometimes you have to have dreams. As the song says, if you don't have a dream, how can you make a dream come true? But if you look in the background, in fact, if I lift it up, I don't know if you can see it. It might be a bit difficult actually. Do you see there is like shadows? And that's not dark shadows as in, oh, shadows. There's more to come. There's so much more to come, but you need to take that break. So this is solid foundations. That's what the Emperor is all about, being in charge of his realm almost. He already has it, but there's so much more to come. You need to take that rest. Now, this is where I'm doing it slightly different, because if you do that, look at this. That's why I've done it sort of like this in two separate piles. You've got the Page of Pentacles. Look at her taking this sword, converting it into something solid, rather like the shadows in the back here, and running with it. And that's the whole point. Sometimes you have to invest, no, it doesn't have to be money, invest your time, invest your own being almost to actually progress further and run with it. Remember that joy of when you're a child, yes, I can do this, you know, getting your pocket money perhaps and think, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to go off and buy something like this, I'm going to invest it in something that makes me feel good. This is part and parcel of this over here. But you can't reach that, or that until you actually relax and enjoy life. If you do that, here we have, look at this. We have the star. I'm trying to get it over, straight over. So we had a sun over this side. Here we have a star. Now that's interesting. This star, if you look very carefully, is behind her. It's shining the direction she's got to go in, but she's running with it. She's got it behind. At some point, you will have to stop and look at that star. Is this definitely the way I want to go forward? And let that star guide you. Remember, the star in tarot is all about hope. After you've been through all the trauma of the tower, you're not having a trauma of a tower. You're just having a bit of a rest to enable you to find what you really want in life, to reach for it. And there you are, running towards it. Once you get to this point over here, that's when you have to stop, think, right, yep, I'm ready to do this. I know the direction I want to go in. I will look at that star and it will illuminate me for the next point in my journey. But the aim is here. What do you need to learn from your past, recent past, long past, in fact, to attain that fulfillment? Here, look at it from a youthful point of view. Yeah, do you know what? I can do this. I have that wonderful star behind me. I can move on. So this is a fantastic week where you can really grow. I'm not saying you're going to do anything physically this week about it, but you need to rest. You need to think what this sword is here to enable you to reach up there and to get it and run with it. To actually think next year, 2026, this is the year I'm going to do whatever it is that's going to fulfill you. Even if you only manage part of it, think this week clearly what you want to do that's going to make you feel solid, secure, and give you those shadows that are in the, you know, you've always looked at them and thought, oh yeah, that's what I want to do. Well, why not do it this week? Why not start that journey and go with it? Anyway, hope you have a fantastic week. Next week, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll need to go to my Facebook page. Next week is sort of, this week, Thursday time, I would think, that I'm going to load up your 3-card choices and your next year choices for you. So I will see you soon. Have a fantastic week. Bye for now.